There are people whose lives you look at and you think, just look at everything they have accomplished.
Because I'm grounded.
They always look so positive and full of confidence. No matter what goal they set their minds to, they always manage to achieve it. How great is that?
I've been thinking about it for a minute.
And then there's you. You've probably watched hundreds of self-development YouTube videos, heard 1,000 podcasts and read books on how to bring out the best version of yourself. Maybe you've joined the 5 a.m. club, jumped in ice baths, and heard a positive affirmation guided meditation this morning. But still, you're not reaching your goals as fast as you want to, or you don't even start that thing you always wanted to start. You feel stuck, not knowing where to begin. How do they do it, you might ask? How do they stay positive and focused and keep achieving their goals? It baffles you, it makes you angry, and maybe sometimes it makes you blame yourself for not achieving enough. Maybe you need to read another self-help book to get it right this time. Or not. Because in this video I'll show you how you already have what you need to get the most in life. I'll take you through the only thing you'll ever need to design a well-lived life. Before we begin, let me tell you about an experiment I did. I wanted to see what makes some people progress in their self-development journey while others don't. So here's what I did. I ran an experiment with my friends on social media some months ago. I posted on my Instagram account asking for help. I wanted people to test 2 behavioral exercises and give me their honest feedback. However, they didn't know I manipulated how I gave them the exercises to run my little experiment. So I divided them into groups. I sent the exercises to group A without explaining anything. Then I sent the same exercises to group B, but with something extra. They also received an introduction and a how-to section. After completing the exercises, I sent both groups a questionnaire to see how they felt. Group A reported low engagement with the exercises. Most of them replied to the exercises in bullet points and said they didn't feel any particular difference after completing them. However, and this is where things get interesting, Group B, those who received the exercises along with the introduction and the how-to sections, showed a very different pattern. They all expressed gratitude for being part of the test. Their replies to the exercises were very detailed, and they all said they felt a significant difference after completing the exercises and said they were more committed to their self-development journey. Let me pause here and say that those 2 exercises are part of my new book, Design Yourself. In this video, I'll share with you that one simple thing that can change your self-development journey, and is the same thing that I wrote in the first 2 sections of my book. Let's see what is the thing that made Group B feel so different. See, our thoughts and emotions live in our heads. This means that the boundaries of space and time do not apply to our thoughts as they do to our regular everyday tasks. For example, making a cup of coffee will only take you a couple of minutes, and then the task is complete. But our thoughts and emotions can spin around in our heads all day. The fact that there is no start and no end to them means that we can find ourselves experiencing a roller coaster of emotions, and we can easily get caught up in a tornado of thoughts. So then the question becomes, how can we define our thoughts and emotions by space and time? And you might ask, why would I want to do that? And the answer is simple, because if you define your thoughts by space and time, then you can observe them, you can understand them, and you can compartmentalize them, which in turn allows you to move away from them. And that is why you want to put space and time boundaries to your thoughts and emotions, to move away from them and not let them consume you. So how do you do that? Well, you translate them into language. James Pennebaker is a well-known social psychologist and a great researcher at the University of Texas. He puts it like this. He says, "When we translate an experience into language by writing it down, we essentially make the experience graspable." So if you take the time to write down your thoughts and feelings, you're putting them into a state where they become bound and defined by space and time. This means that expressive writing helps you gain control over your emotions and put boundaries around your thoughts, which means that it can benefit your mental health and help you stay focused on your self-development journey. But there's a secret that I didn't mention, and it's what will make all the difference in the world. And that is that you need to write by hand. Forget typing on a keyboard and forget tapping on your phone. Many studies show that writing by hand forces you to slow down, consider what you want to express, and focus on your thoughts. It allows you to put your thoughts into a hierarchy and requires more thought and more effort from your hands than simply typing. Writing by hand increases the activity in the brain's motor cortex. It also allows writing to have an effect similar to meditation, and this explains why it can feel so therapeutic. And it also explains why writing can help people who struggle with meditation. In the description below, I put several studies showing how expressive writing helps reduce stress, enhance your mood, keep your memory sharp, and even improve your immune system. And when I read that writing can help us improve our immune system, I was very skeptical. But if you are interested to read the studies, you'll see how writing can even help your physical wounds heal faster. So now let's go to the one exercise you will ever need. And all you need is a pen and a piece of paper. So take your notebook, take a piece of paper, and let's start. So what you want to do is to divide the page in 3 parts, like so. At the bottom, write body. And this represents the relationship you have with your body. In the middle, write others. And this represents the relationship you have with other people in your life. And at the top, write me, which is the relationship you have with yourself. If you think about it, everything that upsets you, everything that gives you joy, everything that motivates you, or everything that holds you back has to do with these 3 categories. First time I came across this framework was in the ancient book Golden Verses. So this is Pythagoras' book, and it's basically his approach on how to design a well-lived life. And recently I came across the same framework in the Netflix documentary Stutz.
What's up, Stats?
Hi, Jonah. Okay, entertain me.
The film is about Jonah Hill's therapist, Phil Stutz, and also about Jonah's therapy and the tools that Stutz has taught him during their work together over the years. It's very different from any documentary I've seen, and I highly recommend it. So in other words, this writing tool is 2,500 years old, and it's still used by modern psychologists. Start by writing down things about the relationship with your body. How does your body feel today? What will you do to nourish it? What will you do to release its tension? Then come back to it at the end of the day and write about the type of food you ate and how it made you feel. What type of exercise did you do and how did it make you feel? If you didn't, then again, write down how not doing anything about your body made you feel. Moving on to the relationships with other people. Think and write about how are you planning to nourish those relationships today. Which relationships need more attention today and which need some boundaries perhaps? Then again, come back at the end of the day and write down what did you do to nourish those relationships, be it your friendships, be it the relationship with your spouse, with your parents, or even work relationships. Be clear and write down what did you do that you shouldn't have done and what didn't you do that you should have done. Finally, move to the last bit and write some things about the relationship with yourself. In the morning, write about, for example, how you're planning to take care of yourself. What are you planning to do about you? Even maybe it's a 15-minute walk. Write about your feelings and be curious to explore them. Try not to be dragged by them, but be inquisitive and compassionate towards yourself. Come back later at night and write down, how did you talk to yourself today? Did you put yourself down? Or were you kind with yourself? The relationship with yourself is something we often neglect or deprioritize as a result of the importance we give to others. So make sure to make some space to write down about your own feelings. After some time practicing this, you'll see how things around you have changed. And that's because you have given space and time to your thoughts and emotions. You defined them, you made them graspable. So now you can move away from them. And that's exactly why I wanted to write this workbook here. In here you'll find 12 science-based exercises that will help you reduce your stress and enhance your emotional well-being. Each exercise will guide you through a different expressive writing experience and will help you overcome the writer's block. My hope is that once you have completed all 12 exercises, you'll be at a place where not only you have learned about yourself things that you're not aware of, but you can also continue and carry the practice on. As I said, you already have what you need to start. You don't need my book, you don't need anything. All you need is a pen and a piece of paper. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. It's a small act from your side, but it means a lot for me in the future of this channel. I'm Dimitris and I share with you insights and tools to help you design a well-lived life. Till the next time, make sure you always ask yourself, what is the thing that makes me do the things that I do?